Hello and welcome to Elder Insights. I'm so glad you're here. How are you feeling today? I hope you're doing well, enjoying life, and taking good care of yourself. If you're watching this, chances are you've thought about simplifying your life and making your home more comfortable. We all know that as time goes on, we tend to accumulate things, clothes, shoes, accessories, that we no longer use or need. Have you ever opened your closet and felt overwhelmed by the sheer amount of clothes you've collected over the years? It's easy for things to pile up without us even realizing it. But here's the good news. By decluttering your wardrobe, you can create a more organized and peaceful space. Plus, it can make daily life a lot easier. In this video, we're going to talk about 10 types of clothes seniors should declutter immediately. These are items that are either no longer serving you, taking up precious space, or making you feel less than your best. We'll go through each one and explore why it's time to let go. Before we dive in, I'd like to ask for your support. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Your support keeps us going and helps us create more useful content just for you. All right, let's get started and make space for the things that truly matter. Item 1. Clothes that no longer fit. Let's start with something that can feel a little challenging, but it's so important. Clothes that no longer fit. As we age, our bodies naturally go through changes, and that's perfectly okay. You may notice that clothes that once fit you comfortably might now feel too tight, too loose, or just aren't flattering anymore. I know it's not always easy to let go of clothes, especially when they hold memories or were expensive. But holding on to clothing that doesn't fit can create unnecessary stress. It might even make you feel uncomfortable every time you try to wear them. The truth is, clothes that don't fit well can negatively affect your mood, your confidence, and even the way you carry yourself throughout the day. Letting go of these clothes doesn't mean you're giving up or failing to fit back into them. It simply means you're making space for clothes that make you feel good and confident now. And who doesn't deserve to feel their best, right? It's time to embrace the clothes that fit you today, not yesterday. If you have clothes that are too tight, they might restrict your movement, which can be uncomfortable and even unsafe. On the other hand, clothes that are too loose can make you feel sloppy or insecure. And let's be real, clothes that don't fit just don't feel good. So take a look at your wardrobe. Pick out the clothes that don't fit you properly, and instead of keeping them just because they might fit again one day, consider donating them. Someone else might get years of use out of them, and you'll free up space for clothes that make you feel comfortable, confident, and ready to take on the day. Remember, the goal isn't to keep things out of obligation, but to keep what brings you joy, comfort, and confidence. Now is the perfect time to start curating a wardrobe that truly works for you. Item 2. Outdated or out-of-style clothes. Now, let's talk about something that's easy to overlook. Clothes that are outdated or no longer in style. We all have those pieces in our wardrobe that were once our favorites, but over time, styles change. Whether it's that bright patterned shirt from the 90s or those pants that were all the rage a few years ago, clothes can start to feel a little, well, out of place. I know it can be hard to say goodbye to something you've had for a long time, especially when it holds sentimental value or you feel attached to it. But here's the thing. Holding on to clothes that no longer reflect your style or that don't feel good to wear can cause unnecessary clutter. And as you declutter, it's important to let go of items that just don't suit your current life or preferences. Take a moment to look at your closet. Do you have clothes that you haven't worn in years? Maybe they were once in style, but now they just sit there gathering dust. Keeping clothes that are out of style can also be a little discouraging. Every time you open your closet and see those clothes, you might feel disappointed or guilty for not wearing them. Instead of keeping these outdated pieces out of a sense of nostalgia, why not make room for clothes that feel fresh and exciting? Letting go of those old items will create space for newer, more comfortable, and more flattering pieces that reflect your current style. I encourage you to focus on clothes that fit your lifestyle today, not from the past. Keep pieces that make you feel confident, happy, and comfortable. Plus, donating those outdated clothes will help others who may need them, and you'll feel good knowing that your clothes are getting a second life. It's all about creating a wardrobe that aligns with who you are now and what you love wearing. Item 3. Uncomfortable fabrics. Next up, let's talk about something that can make a big difference in how you feel every day. Uncomfortable fabrics. As we get older, comfort becomes more important than ever. If you have clothes made from scratchy, stiff, or heavy fabrics that irritate your skin, it might be time to reconsider keeping them in your wardrobe. I get it. Sometimes we hold on to clothes that aren't comfortable just because we spent money on them or because they look good. But if a piece of clothing is constantly making you itch, rub, or feel too hot, it's not worth keeping. Life is too short to wear clothes that make you uncomfortable, especially when there are so many options out there that prioritize comfort and style. Think about the fabrics you wear most often: soft cottons, cozy knits, breathable materials like linen or bamboo. These fabrics feel great against the skin and are often a better choice as we age. They're gentle on the skin, which is especially important for seniors, whose skin can become more sensitive over time. Now, I'm not saying you need to throw out all your fancy fabrics. If you have a wool sweater that itches or a dress made from a material that feels heavy, maybe it's time to let them go. Instead, focus on finding fabrics that are easy to move in and that feel pleasant to wear. A wardrobe full of soft, breathable clothes will make your days a lot more enjoyable, trust me. So as you go through your closet, pick out the clothes that make your skin feel uncomfortable. And don't feel guilty about letting them go. Your wardrobe should be a place of comfort, not irritation. By choosing fabrics that work for your body, you're setting yourself up for a more comfortable and enjoyable life. Item 4. Excessive formal wear. Let's move on to something else that often takes up a lot of space in our wardrobes: excessive formal wear. It's common to hold on to dressy outfits for special occasions, but as time goes on, we often find that we no longer need so many formal clothes. Think about it. How often do you attend formal events like weddings, galas, or fancy dinners? If you're like most of us, it's probably not as often as you think. Formal clothing tends to take up a lot of closet space, and if you're not wearing these pieces regularly, it might be time to let go of some of them. Holding on to suits, dresses, and other dressy outfits just for those rare occasions can create unnecessary clutter. And if they're not your style anymore, or if they no longer fit, they just take up a valuable space in your closet. You don't have to get rid of all your formal wear, of course. A couple of classic outfits that can be dressed up or down for different occasions may still be useful. But ask yourself, do you really need a full wardrobe of dressy clothes that you wear once or twice a year? By decluttering these items, you'll free up space for the clothes you wear more often, while still keeping a couple of nice pieces for those special occasions. Instead of holding on to everything you've collected over the years, be selective about the formal wear you keep. If there's an outfit you haven't worn in years, or if it's no longer in style or comfortable, let it go. Someone else might get more use out of it, and you'll enjoy a tidier, more functional closet. Plus, you can always treat yourself to something new when the occasion arises. Item 5. Stained or damaged clothes. Let's talk about something many of us have in our closets: clothes that are stained, torn, or otherwise damaged. We all have those favorite shirts, pants, or jackets that have seen better days. Maybe there's a stain that just won't come out, or a small tear that's never been repaired. And let's be honest, how many of us have kept clothes for years that are no longer wearable just because we're attached to them? The truth is, clothes that are stained or damaged often end up sitting in the back of our closets, taking up space and reminding us of things that can no longer be fixed. Holding on to these items might be out of habit or because we're hoping we'll find a way to salvage them. But realistically, these clothes are not doing you any favors. They're taking up valuable closet space that could be used for things you actually wear and love. If you have clothes that are beyond repair, whether they're stained beyond cleaning, ripped in a way that can't be fixed, or worn out from years of use, it's time to let them go. Keeping them around doesn't serve anyone, Donating items that are in poor condition doesn't help others, and it certainly doesn't make your life easier. I recommend being honest with yourself. If an item can't be fixed or cleaned, and it's just taking up space, it's time to say goodbye. You deserve a closet filled with clothes that are in good condition, clothes that make you feel confident and comfortable. And when you clear out the worn-out items, you'll have more space for the pieces that really suit you. So go ahead and pull out the clothes that are no longer wearable. If you're hesitant, ask yourself if you've worn them in the last year, or if you've ever really tried to fix the damage. If the answer is no, it's time to move on. A lighter, less cluttered closet will make your days feel a lot easier. Item 6, clothes that no longer suit your lifestyle. As we move through different stages of life, our needs and activities change, and so should our wardrobes. There are likely clothes in your closet that no longer match your current lifestyle, and it's time to let them go. Think about it. If you don't engage in certain activities anymore, there's no need to hold on to the clothes you once wore for them. For example, maybe you used to enjoy outdoor adventures, hiking or gardening, and you've accumulated gear and clothing for those hobbies over the years. However, if those activities are no longer part of your routine, the clothes designed for them probably aren't either. Holding onto heavy outdoor jackets, gardening overalls, or hiking boots you no longer use just takes up space and doesn't serve any purpose. It's also possible that your style has shifted. If you once enjoyed more formal or trendy outfits for social gatherings, but now prefer casual, comfortable clothing, it's okay to move on from those items that don't align with how you live and feel today. The goal is to create a wardrobe that reflects who you are right now, not who you were in the past. Take some time to evaluate the clothes that you've kept out of habit or sentimentality. Ask yourself, when was the last time I wore this? If it's been a while and the activity or occasion no longer exists in your life, it's probably time to pass those items on. By doing this, you'll make space for clothes that are more aligned with your current lifestyle. Not only will this help declutter your closet, but it will also make getting dressed a lot easier, knowing that everything in your wardrobe is functional, comfortable, and truly fits your life today. Item 7. Old pajamas and loungewear. Another area in your closet that's likely filled with items that no longer serve you is your collection of old pajamas and loungewear. Over time, we often accumulate a variety of these clothes, sometimes holding on to them for far longer than we should. Whether it's that old pair of pajama pants you've had for years, or that worn-out robe that's seen better days, it might be time to let go of these pieces to make room for something more comfortable and fresh. As we age, comfort becomes even more important, especially when we're winding down at the end of the day. If you have loungewear that's faded, stretched out, or just doesn't feel as cozy as it once did, it's not doing you any favors. Why settle for uncomfortable or worn-out sleepwear when there are so many soft, comfortable options available? I understand that some of these pieces might hold sentimental value, especially if they've been with you through many relaxing nights or quiet mornings. However, it's important to remember that you deserve to feel your best in every part of your life, including when you're at home relaxing. Keeping old or uncomfortable loungewear might prevent you from fully enjoying those restful moments. Take a look at your pajama drawer or your loungewear rack. Are there items that have become faded, torn, or just no longer feel good to wear? If so, it's time to retire them. Treat yourself to some fresh, soft, and comfortable options that will make you feel great, even while you're lounging at home. By getting rid of the worn-out pieces, you'll not only have more space in your closet, but you'll also feel more relaxed and comfortable when you're unwinding at the end of the day. It's a small change that can make a big difference in your daily comfort. Item 8. Seasonal clothes you haven't worn in years. Over time, our wardrobes tend to fill up with seasonal clothing that we only wear once or twice a year. Think about those bulky winter coats, heavy scarves, or swimsuits you keep just in case you need them for the next season. While it's important to have a few seasonal items for the right weather, there's no need to keep things you haven't worn in years. If you live in a place where seasons change dramatically, you might have an entire section of your closet dedicated to seasonal clothing. But here's the thing. If you haven't worn these items in the past few seasons, there's a good chance you won't wear them again. Keeping these clothes can cause unnecessary clutter and take up valuable space in your closet. Start by evaluating your seasonal clothes. Are there items that you haven't touched in years? Maybe that winter coat has become too small or too big, or you no longer go on beach vacations, so that swimsuit is no longer needed. By letting go of clothes you no longer use, you'll make it easier to store the things you actually need for each season. Here's a helpful tip. If you haven't worn something in the last year or two, it's time to part with it. There's no reason to hold on to clothes that are just taking up space. And don't feel guilty. Seasonal clothes can often be donated to others who might need them, or you can even sell them if they're in good condition. By decluttering your seasonal clothes, you'll not only create more room in your closet, but also make it easier to access the clothes you wear regularly. It's all about simplifying and organizing your wardrobe to fit your needs today. Item 9. Clothes with sentimental value, but no practical use. We all have those items in our closet that hold sentimental value. Maybe it's a dress from a special occasion, a shirt from a memorable trip, or a jacket passed down through the years. These clothes bring back memories and make us feel nostalgic, but they may no longer serve a practical purpose in your life. It's completely natural to want to hold on to these pieces, but sometimes the best thing you can do for your space and your well-being is to let them go. If you have clothes that are simply taking up space but you never wear, ask yourself if keeping them is adding value to your life. Does the emotional attachment outweigh the practical use? Sometimes the memories associated with these clothes are more powerful than the item itself. If you're not wearing them regularly, they're not helping you in your day-to-day life, and they might be preventing you from creating space for things that do. Here's the good news. You don't have to part with everything that's sentimental. Maybe you can keep one or two meaningful items, but don't feel pressured to keep an entire collection of clothes from your past. Consider donating some of these clothes to a charity or giving them to family members who would appreciate them. You can also take photos of these pieces as a way to hold on to the memory without taking up physical space in your closet. Remember, it's okay to let go of things that no longer serve you. By clearing out the sentimental items that you don't need, you'll create more room for the pieces that truly bring you joy and comfort. And sometimes, it's the act of letting go that brings you closer to the memories you want to keep. Item 10. Clothes that make you feel uncomfortable or insecure. As we continue to declutter, one of the most important things to consider is how certain clothes make you feel. It's not just about size, fit, or style. It's also about how a piece of clothing impacts your self-esteem and comfort. Do you have clothes that, every time you wear them, make you feel uncomfortable or self-conscious? Maybe the material itches, or it doesn't fit the way it should. Or perhaps it's an outfit you thought you'd feel good in, but every time you put it on, you feel less confident. Clothes have the power to affect your mood and confidence, and that's why it's so important to keep only the items that make you feel good. It's okay to let go of clothes that make you feel uneasy, insecure, or just plain uncomfortable. You deserve to feel your best, and part of that comes from wearing clothes that support your well-being and self-confidence. Start by going through your wardrobe and identifying clothes that make you feel bad about yourself. Maybe it's a shirt that doesn't flatter your shape, or pants that are too tight, or even a dress that reminds you of a time you'd rather forget. Whatever it is, if it doesn't make you feel confident, it has no place in your closet. Your wardrobe should be filled with items that boost your mood and reflect your true self, not pieces that hold you back. Letting go of these clothes isn't just about getting rid of fabric. It's about clearing out negative energy and making room for the clothes that make you feel empowered, happy, and ready to take on the day. As we come to the end of this video, I hope you're feeling inspired to take action and start decluttering your closet. We've discussed clothes that no longer fit, outdated items, uncomfortable fabrics, and the sentimental pieces that no longer serve you. The goal is simple. Create a wardrobe that makes you feel good, comfortable, and confident every time you open your closet. Decluttering isn't just about getting rid of things, It's about making room for the clothes that truly work for you today. When you let go of the items that are taking up space and no longer fit your lifestyle, you'll create more room for pieces that bring you joy. It's also a great way to refresh your wardrobe without spending any money. I encourage you to take some time today to go through your clothes. Start small, perhaps with just one drawer or one section of your closet. Remove the items that you know deep down you'll never wear again, and make space for the clothes that you'll love to wear. It's a simple yet powerful step toward making your life feel lighter and more organized. I'd love to hear how this process goes for you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What items are you letting go of today? And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us create more helpful content just for you. Remember, a decluttered closet is more than just a tidy space. It's a way to embrace the comfort and confidence you deserve. Here's to enjoying the clothes you love and feeling great in them.